Fellow South Africans, I come in peace, humble and contrite. When Cyril Ramaphosa took over in 2018, he promised a new dawn. He asked us to Tumamina, send him to fix South Africa, end corruption, and rebuild the economy after what he called 9 wasted years under Jacob Zuma. But today, 6 years later, the only thing wasted is our hope. Instead of bold economic reforms, Ramaphosa has turned South Africa into a welfare state. His government prioritizes social grants over real job creation, keeping millions dependent on handouts while failing to create an economy that works for all. Expanding social support without addressing the root causes of poverty is not a solution, Mr. Ramaphosa. It's a temporary bandage. And how does your government plan to fund this? By going for low-hanging fruits, by taxing the easiest targets, ordinary citizens. The latest budget speech proves this. Instead of cutting wasteful spending, you have increased VAT and raised taxes on alcohol and tobacco. That's a lazy, short-sighted approach that punishes working-class South Africans. Yet you refuse to impose a wealth tax, trim your bloated cabinet, and go after the billions stolen through corruption. Speaking of corruption, your so-called fight against corruption is nothing but a political game. You continue to commission endless investigations, but the biggest looters walk free, protected because they serve ANC interests. Meanwhile, state-owned entities continue to collapse under mismanagement and fraud. And let's not forget government wasteful expenditure. While we struggle with load shedding, crime, and unemployment, your ministers enjoy luxury cars, luxury accommodation, expensive overseas trips for them and their families, and bloated budgets that they waste every day. They demand sacrifices from taxpayers but refuse to make sacrifices themselves. Mr. Ramaphosa, you did not rescue us from the 9 wasted years. You simply extended them. Your Tumamina campaign was never about real change. It was about keeping South Africans believing in a pipe dream that was never real. If your government won't cut waste, tackle corruption, or create jobs, then maybe it's time we send you packing. Peace.